Hi, I'm Mike Staver, the author of Leadership Isn't for Cowards, and I want to speak with you today about what I believe to be one of the most insidious, destructive elements that happen in our lives. See, as people of influence, as people who lead people for a living or who influence people as part of our personal lives, we want to do a good job, we have good intentions, but often there's a gap between what we intend to do and what we actually do. I believe that gap is created by fear. I believe that gap is created by a resistance to doing the things that make us uncomfortable. You see, our minds are created, our bodies are created to make us comfortable. Our brain is constantly trying to figure out ways to make us more comfortable. And most of us interpret the presence of comfort as if everything's going well, that somehow if I feel comfortable, it must be good. Everything must be fine. And I would encourage you right now to consider that the presence of comfort in at least some areas of your leadership, some areas of your life, is not good. In fact, what happens is that your brain designs this sphere around us, if you will, and it puts us in certain behavior patterns that make us feel comfortable. The good news is it makes us feel comfortable. The bad news is that this often keeps us from reaching the highest level of performance we're capable of. So I'd like you today to adopt a mindset, at least to entertain the possibility with me, that the presence of comfort is holding you back. And that the thing that locks you into this comfort is the fear of what lies out here. Maybe there's a difficult conversation you need to have. Maybe there's a decision you need to make. Maybe you need to confront somebody that you're in conflict with. Maybe you need to stop confronting somebody. Maybe you need to start being more positive. Maybe you need to start recognizing people more. I don't know what it is, but there are certain symptoms of people who live in this area of comfort who allow fear to compress and suppress their potential as performers. So let me ask you a question. What's the most courageous thing you've done in the last 6 months? Courageous move you've made, courageous discussion that you've had, courageous action that you have taken. And more importantly, what's the most courageous thing you need to do in the future? In this series of videos, what we're going to talk about is how to move outside of this into a place of greater courage, greater activity, to do the things that you know deep down inside of you, in places you don't talk about at parties, that you need to do. But if it was just as easy as me telling you to do that, you'd do it. So I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to think through your work right now, to think through the places that and the people that you influence and the places where you work and lead, and ask yourself, where is a place I probably know that I need to confront somebody, to have a conversation, pull back from something, do something different. And we're going to talk more about that. Think about it. What is the most courageous thing you need to do? Until next time, I'm Mike Staver. Be courageous.